Rip City, let's meet your Portland Trailblazers. At guard,
Friday night, everyone. Time to kick off the weekend with the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings now that the new year is upon us. You look at Portland, they're currently in 4th place and trying their best to get a better seeding.
Checking out Portland, as of late, they've looked a little out of sorts, and that's really what's knocked them out of the top spot in the standings.
And, Greg, peaks and valleys are part of the season for the most talented of teams. I mean, they've still got plenty of time to get things right before the playoffs.
And now the Indiana Pacers starters. And it's Daniels in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Portland, and tonight the rare marquee matchup at center, Grant, this ought to be a treat.
Oh, yes. 2 heavyweights slugging it out. The different styles, but the same goal, to dominate the painted area.
And it's going to be the Pacers off the tip. Here's Lewis. O'Neal on the wing. Pass to Dandridge. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Need to do more than that to keep him from getting the ball in the post.
Exactly. I mean, deny him the ball in the first place. Don't let him get it.
Here's Jay. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Rice. Fires for 3. The Pacers pull it in. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, we know that on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
And, you know, one of the things about missing free throws is not only are you not getting points yourself, but it allows the other team to maintain momentum or keep a rally going.
And Portland has possession after the basket by Indiana. Here's Walton. Coming off a terrific game against Houston. And that one drops.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
It's deflected. Here's Drexler. Unable to get that one. So Indiana will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Indianapolis.
This time around, they're looking for better execution offensively. They have to avoid mistakes.
And it really was the turnovers that fueled the blowout. I mean, a lot of questionable, poor decisions by them with the ball. And when that happens, you can get blasted. Shoot two.
That free throw misses. And the second free throw is good. And so it's Indiana with it. Pass to O'Neal. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Analytics already don't favor the mid-range jumper, let alone against exceptional defense.
Here's Jay. And he also played really well in the win against the Rockets. Here's Walton. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Here's Lewis. Offensively, he's been a force. He's putting up around 19 points a game. Here's Daniels. Pass to Lewis. That one drops for him.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 so far. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's McHale. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Trailblazers got to hurry, got to get up a shot. And that one's good. Jay.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Indiana trailing here. Pass to O'Neal. Here's Lewis. And a nice finish on the layup.
He picks the exact right moment to get himself a clear line to the basket.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 shooting so far. Here's Jay. And you look at his numbers, just over 21 a game. Rebounded by Daniels.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Richardson, no good. On offense, here are the Trailblazers. They trail by. Oh, my God. Wow! Bring it home! Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
The Pacers have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Time called here. The Pacers decide to talk it over. Boy, the rumor mill is buzzing, Clark. Here in the middle of the year, how's that affect you as a team?
Well, all of that outside noise, whether it's the rumor mill or dynamics within the team, when it's outside noise, it can have a real negative effect because you just don't know how players are dealing with that and if they're dealing with it constructively. So with the amount of trades in the NBA, though, I know that players typically are relieved when the trading deadline passes.
Here's Lewis after the basket by Portland. Here's O'Neal coming in off a 14-point game last time out. The 11-footer. No good there.
Nice work defensively. Meeting him up top and forcing the miss.
Out of bounds. It'll be Pacers ball. Let's take a look at the numbers for him.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Now here's Richardson. He's covered closely. Pass to Daniels. Here's Lewis. Just 5 to shoot. Down low. And he can't get that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. To the paint. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Indiana shooting just 36% here in the first quarter. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Pass to Richardson. Lets the 3 fly. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Jay. Here's Drexler. Inside. Here's Walton. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's Lewis. Coming off a 16-point game against Golden State. And they pick up 2.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is. That's a tough shot.
Pass to McHale. Here's Jay. 6 to shoot to the middle. McHale. Rebounded by Daniels.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
They get it back. The kick out to Richardson. Here's O'Neal, an aggressive player on offense, scoring around 16 a game. The 3 ball. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Here's Jay. To the inside. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Here's Lewis. Pass to O'Neal. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Here's Jay. Out left to the wing. Here's Rice. Offensive board. McHale. Oh, he picked him clean. Oh, and a fast break for the Pacers. And rejected. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's mobile 1 block?
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
The Pacers making a switch here. Timeout called. The Pacers.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Inside, here's Jay, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Lewis. 6 points for him. The putback. It's good on the putback.
As usual, he's right there to save the play. Nice timing on the tip in.
And for the Pacers. Over to the wing. Down low. Here's McHale. Blocked!
Boy, the size of Smith so intimidating. The 7'3" Hawk who uses those big hands to turn away shots.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Here's Lewis. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Pass to O'Neal. Pulls up on the wing. Rebound by the Trailblazers. This game following their win against the Rockets.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Right side Johnson. Clock at 6. Here's Drexler, guarded by Richardson. To the paint. Here's McHale. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
Pass to O'Neal. Takes a turnaround Jay. And too long on the shot. For Portland, they've gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Here's McHale. Here's Jay, and you look at his numbers, just over 21 a game. Here's Drexler. Here's McHale, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Hey, that right there was a lot of confidence, given the size of the disadvantage there.
And you know what? He does. I mean, in the NBA, you've got to have ways to score over defenders of all sizes.
Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball. For Indiana, they've gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Pass to Lewis. Here's Smith. The kick out to Richardson. 5 on the clock. And he slams it in one-handed.
We all know Richardson can really throw it down. Got to keep him away from the basket, or you're going to pay the posterizing price.
Here's Jay. To the middle. Here's McHale. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Well, Grant, starting your career in the 50s.
Oh,
You know what I mean. Actually, 90s. Back then, we'd see teams usually score in the 80s and 90s. What do you think of the current scoring?
really, BA, the 50s? Wow. But it's crazy. I mean, back then, yes, every game was in the 80s and 90s. Now everyone averages at least 100 points per game. So I think it's been an interesting evolution of the game. And, of course, the fans all love offense. And these players and teams today are providing just that. Their focus is sharp tonight. You can see it at the free throw line, shooting almost 90% from there.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Pass to O'Neal. Goes up on the baseline. Drexler grabs the board.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Rice. Here's McHale. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
Here's Lewis. Give him 8 points now. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Knocks it loose. Oh, stolen by Richardson. Tries again. That shot is good, Lewis. 10 points for him.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Here's Jay. Pass to McHale. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
And the Pacers call time here.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Here's Lewis. 10 points for him. That's his 6 make in 11 tries.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Here's Jay. Oh, stolen by Richardson. To the inside. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Here's Drexler. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Now here's Richardson. 11 points for him last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Here's Lewis. It's rebounded by McHale.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
And it's Drexler missing. And he makes it on the layup. 14 points for him.
And you have to appreciate the heart they've shown on the offensive boards this quarter.
Well, it's paid off with a greater rate of second chance hoops. I mean, great effort to build this lead on their part.
Here's O'Neal. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Lewis. From deep three-point range. The shot off that time. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Drexler, guarded by Richardson. Outside Johnson. Here's Drexler. And the officials call a traveling violation. And for the Pacers, they're shooting a solid 50% throughout the second. Pass to Person. Here's Richardson. Now here's Williams. Unloads from 13. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's Walton. He's got 10. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Pure from three-point range. Williams has got his second bucket on the night.
Oh, explosive crossover. How's that for a move?
Here's Jay. Williams defending. Here's Jay. And it's Richardson with the rebound.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
Oh, man, take a look at that one. Just a textbook alley-oop.
Beautifully done. He served it up on a platter.
And a nice touch on the finish.
And it's Jay missing.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
1:02 left to play in the first half. Pass to Richardson. Let's go with a three. And again, it's Indiana with a three.
Picking up right where he left off. Hit 2 triples in the first quarter. Now he gets another to fall.
Here's Jay. Williams defending. Count it. Good. He's got 6.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Pass to Daniels. Outside Richardson. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Down low. Here's Walton. Here's Jay. To the paint. Pass to Walton. Here's Jay. Second chance effort. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Trailblazers out in front. They lead by 4. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Coach Greg Popovich. And, Coach, you look at the offensive execution for this team. What are you seeing?
I think they've done a pretty good job in moving the basketball, keeping up the pace, because we've been playing in mud a little bit lately, but the pace has been pretty good.
Hopefully that pace continues in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back. Right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. The second quarter was a heated battle, and they were only outscored by one, ending the half with a 4-point lead. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
They made a lot of trips to the free throw line. That speaks for how aggressive they've been, attacking at every opportunity. They're not playing with the finesse game that the other team's playing.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Portland leading. Right wing. Inside. Pass to Drexler. Here's Rice. Here's Jay. To the inside. Walton.
You know, one of the most complete bigs in the game. Walton can do everything for you at both ends of the floor.
And he knocks down the first one. No good on the second free throw. Indiana's gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. And Indiana looking at who they've got. And it's Richardson in at the 2. Count that one.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Jay. Walton. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Indiana trailing here. Pass to O'Neal. From 13, and it's Indiana scoring again.
I'll tell you, when he rises up to shoot and with his height advantage, oh, he knows he's going to get a clean look.
You know, for me, it doesn't get any better than seeing big fellas who can use the mid-range jumper to their advantage.
Now here's Richardson. 13 points in the game. Pass to Lewis. Blocked. And they're able to recover.
You just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Here's McHale. Clock at 6. Here's Walton. Second shot opportunity. He's now 8 for 11 after that made shot.
They are just owning the boards right now.
And that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Here's Lewis. He's got 14. Pass to Daniels. Here's Lewis. And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that. A few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Here's Jay. He's got 6. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Daniels. The Pacers have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Richardson, that's good. Richardson's got 15.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Pass to Rice. 6 to shoot. And down it goes. 2 points. 5 points in the game.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Timeout called. The Pacers.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
And here are the Pacers now. 6-point game. Here's Lewis. 14 points for him. Pulls it from the top of the key.
You know, excellent defense there. We talk about the mental acuity of Walton. I mean, he reads that play all the way. Nicely done.
Here's Jay. He's got 6. Pass to Walton. Here's Jay. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And that one misses. The Pacers have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Lewis can't get it to go. The Trailblazers have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Here's Drexler. Portland again missing.
I'll tell you what, we know he's been struggling tonight, but his teammates have pitched in big time.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
So it's Portland now, following the bucket by the Pacers. Lets it go from 11, and no good. Indiana's gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. Here's Dandridge, and he gets that one. And now just a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Drexler. Soft touch off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Pass to O'Neal. To the middle. Here's Lewis. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. 16 points for him.
Doesn't have to break his momentum at all to catch the pass.
Here's Jay. 6 points for him. To the left side wing. Down low. Here's Walton. And it's Smits with a rebound for Indiana. They've gotten 6 of 10 shots to fall in this third quarter. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, you got to love the game of Richardson. I mean, he's a ridiculous athlete who also scores at a very efficient clip and has really refined his skill set to go with that tremendous athleticism.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And he makes both free throws. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. Here's Jay. He has 6. Looking to get back on track. The shot's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 4. Indiana's gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. Now here's Richardson. Tight defense on him. On target from range. 19 points in the game.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Out to the right wing. Here's Drexler, guarded by Richardson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jay. Second chance shot. And it's good on the lay-in.
This guy has been wreaking havoc out there the last couple games.
Well, he's done it again right there on the offensive glass. I mean, it's a great stretch that he's having here, and boy, I really admire his energy.
Here's Lewis. 19 points in the game. Here's Smits. Here's Richardson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and you'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Trailblazers.
They haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They've been the aggressors.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration.
First one falls for him. The Pacers make...
What's up?
staring at this deficit. They're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Here's Walton. The kick out to Johnson. Hits the trifecta. Johnson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Indiana has got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. And Indiana looking at who they've got. Takes it inside. Count the basket.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Here's Johnson after the basket by Indiana. Pass to Jay. That's short off the rim. The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. To the inside. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Plenty of space. They grab their own miss. And he gets the bucket.
As usual, terrific effort from him. Unwilling to let the possession go to waste.
The baseline J is on the way.
That's about as good a job you can do as a defender. Affect the shot and grab and secure the rebound.
The offensive rebound from deep. Johnson. He can't get it to go. Indiana trailing here. Inside. Johnson with the defensive effort. Portland has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Jay. Here's Walton. Drops in the layup for 2. He's got 24.
And that's a backbreaker for the defense. I mean, offensive boards like that run momentum against you.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
Pass to Lewis. Here's Daniels. Six to shoot. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Portland the other way.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Free throw dropped for Johnson. And Johnson drops them both. Indiana's got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Good on the bucket.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Here's Jay. Here's Drexler. The Pacers pull it in. O'Neal's got 5 rebounds in the game.
I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
And he gets it to go.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Portland has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Here's Jay. to finish the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball.
Miscommunication oftentimes leads to turnovers. That's something they'll want to discuss.
So both teams changing it up here. The Trailblazers have gotten 5 of 12 shot attempts to go so far in the fourth quarter. Pass to Walton. Here's Jay. Goes back up. Rebounded by Daniels.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. Sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Here's Lewis. From 6 feet away. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Richardson. That's no good. Shooting 6 for 8 now. Portland has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Pass to Drexler. The Pacers pull it in. Here's Dandridge. On the wing, Richardson. Drops in the 3.
Timeout.
Richardson's got 21.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
Timeout called. The Blazers. And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And he kept the opponents off balance all night long. Just swatting down shot after shot, disrupting their offense. He was a one-man defensive wrecking ball, and they never found a way around him.
And you know, this home arena really appreciates this guy. And it's clear that he takes pride in playing his best in front of them. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Greg Popovich's huddle. He told them it's going to come down to our defense. If we buckle down and get stops, they've got no way back. With the win in sight, he doesn't want them to relax. Guys, back over to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Offensive rebound. Walton's shot is off. Indiana has gone 6 of 8 from the three-point line in this matchup. Here's Lewis. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Tipped. And they're pushing it up. Here's Daniels. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes a first. Hits both from the stripe. Here's Jay. It's a 4-point ball game. Pass to Walton. Here's Drexler. Free throw line jumper. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, one of the more entertaining players we've seen in the game. Clyde Drexler, the glide. Athleticism all over the place.
And he drops the first. And so he hits both. Here's Lewis. Oh, there's the alley. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Here's Rice. Clock at 6. Up and over Richardson. Rice's shot is off. The Pacers have gotten 7 to go out of 13 attempts during the fourth. O'Neal. Oh, powered down with both hands.
They've still got work to do, but it's impressive how they've battled back.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
Here's Walton. Pass to Jay. To the middle. Out to the right wing. Drexler, that's good.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
Here's O'Neal. Tries the 9-footer. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. To the paint. Here's Jay. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And now a 6-point Trailblazer lead. Here's Lewis. Down low. Picked it out of midair. In transition, here they come. It's stolen. On the wing, Richardson. And Walton pulls it down. Portland has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Here's Jay to the middle. And he banks in the layup.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
Here's Lewis to the inside. Here's O'Neal. Here's Daniels. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Portland leading. There's a minute 54 left in the final quarter. And he drives in. Yep, count it.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Indiana's gone 6 of 8 from the three-point line in this matchup. Here's Lewis. And he converts the layup. 23 points in the game.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
It was the exact same kind of offensive showcase for him in their last game, too. When it happens this often, that's not a pattern. That's a characteristic.
And so here's Portland after the basket by Indiana. 6 to shoot. Here's Jay. Three-pointer off the mark. Basket counts. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
And no let-up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Now here's Richardson. Shot on the wing. And Walton pulls it down. And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, B.A., you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock and don't turn it over.
Here's Jay. Pass to Walton. Here's Jay. To the right side. Here's Rice. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And Walton gets it to go.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
O'Neal misses. Here's Portland now. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Drexler. So it's the Trailblazers winning this one easily. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. We'll see you next time.